in. Okay, you guys. Pop in, say hi. If you've never been to one of my lives before, hi, I'm Cindy. I explore the inside and the outside. I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to make myself some dinner there, not realizing I didn't have enough time to have dinner when I should have because I was watching the clock. But in any case, I did have time to make myself a nice cup of coffee. Let's have a sip. Say hi. Hello, Andrew. How's your week been going? We got show and tell tonight. Yeah, I hope you like my stuff today. It's going to be fun. Hello, Owen. Hello, Owen. It's been a pretty good week. Oh, that sounds good, Andrew. What went pretty good? Tell us what went pretty good this week. Be interested to say went pretty good this week. That's good. Oh my goodness. You know what? Yes, please. There we go. I've been trying when I come in. I don't use my laptop when I'm at home. I usually use my PC. I like the big monitor when I'm sitting here and doing my thing. And so when I turn on my laptop, oh, so many notifications. And I went into the settings and I thought I turned them all off, right? Because I don't want to be bothered. And also at the same time, I don't want to spend 5 minutes getting rid of all the notifications that I'm getting, all the notices that I'm getting. So just now while we were just, moving into our live tonight, Windows itself suggested, would you like me to turn off the notifications, right? And I just hit that button. Yes, please. So we'll see the next time when I turn the laptop on, whether or not I get a gazillion laptops. Oh, you're doing casework for your brother. And it's going well then, that I'm assuming that it's all going well for you in doing that. I'm not really big on doing the official paperwork stuff. It has to get done. I do it. It's not my favorite thing to do. I know I've got a little bit to do myself on my days off. I have the next 3 days off. I got to get my taxes done. So I've always done my own taxes, and I want to make sure that I'm getting all my deductibles that I'm entitled to and stuff. And, and because there's a lot of government incentives, and there's low income incentives, that it really does help me out a lot. So, and it's also good for me to take responsibility for my own official stuff, right? I should be knowing what's going on with my own life, not just sign on the dotted line, right? Okay. Handling some business for him and went to a medical appointment in the next county. I like it. We don't have counties in Canada. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but we don't have counties. So when you guys say counties, it sounds pretty cool. A county is, what is it? How would you term a county when it comes to being in the States? Hello, Kathy. I hope you're having a great week. It's show and tell this week. I got some really cool stuff, and I got some real cool stories to tell today. I had a pretty neat week with all the little bits of serendipities and little coincidences that I had. So yeah, and I've got some really neat stuff. I don't have my mouse with me for this one. I bought a new mouse for my laptop because all I can do is scroll down with this. So that's better than nothing. At least I can keep up on the comments, but everything else I have to do with that little thing on the laptop, the little scroll thing, and I don't like that. It's just big waste of time. I'm all about the innovation, anything that makes life easy. But like I said, it's good for us to know how we stand in our own lives, and just even stuff like that, right? It's important for us to take care of ourselves that way. Each county has a town that is a county seat where the courthouse is located. Each county has a town. So this town represents, so it's kind of like the main city of the state, but this is just making it more of a bite size, more of a piece of pie, breaking up the state. Each county has a town. This is a county seat and where the courthouse is located. We don't have courthouses here too. Courthouses, I think, here in Winnipeg, courthouses is where you go to court, right? It's the same thing in the States where if you get tickets and stuff and you got to go see the judge, the courthouses. It's like a state is divided into state. Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, so we have the same thing here in Manitoba, but we call it something different. We call it municipalities. That's what we call it here. So Manitoba is split up into different municipalities. So breaking it down so that like they have their own community. I'm not sure, it's not government, but have their say in their representatives, right? And be represented as part of the province. So I'm thinking probably the county and Canada's version of municipality is the exact same thing. It's like the state is divided into state. Yeah, so it's like Manitoba all divvied up into different districts. Oh my goodness. And I had time enough to make myself a drink. I didn't have time to make my dinner, but that's okay. We got this drink here. I still got all that alcohol that I got for Christmas that I spent $100 and I complained. $100, all I got was 4 bottles. But that 4 bottles of alcohol have lasted me. And the 4 bottles are, or maybe it's 3 bottles, tequila, Kahlua, and banana liqueur. So it's 3 bottles. Cost me $100. Wow. So good though. So good. That's just what I needed. And that's my only treat when it comes to milk, right? Is this cocktail. But I have one of these like once a week or once every 2 weeks, and it's just a special treat. And in my coffee, I use the Coffee Mate because I'm still not able to drink black coffee. It just doesn't, it's not enjoyable to me. And I think, to myself, if I can't enjoy my coffee, why even have coffee? That's the way I think about it, right? But I like my coffee, but I like the coffee the way I like my coffee. But I switch it around all the time in the sweetnesses and the amount of Coffee Mate I put in it and stuff. Okay, you guys. Welcome to Show and Tell. I've got 3 big bags here. And I think what I'll do is I'll tell my story because the one item that I bought had a good story to it, you guys. So we'll tell the story. The first thing I want to do, though, last time I picked this up, I lost it on here. Let's just see. Okay, if you can see behind me on that table down there. No, you can't really see it. I'll have to bring it to you. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, I'll bring it to you. So this is some of my dragons. This is one of my art glass dragons. This is my guardian dragon. And right, don't let him scare you at all, because he's loyal and he watches over me well, right? Dragons. I like the dragons, right? I got that figure. And then here I've got a Japanese composite dragon, and the colors are beautiful. They're not really showing, but this one's green and purple, and it's a Japanese dragon. And then I have one more Japanese dragon here. I like this one too. And then I have this dragon. I have this dragon too. So I got that dragon too. And he's also composite. I really like the composite because they really get nice details in the scaling and in the colors, and also in the durability, because composite figures aren't even cheap. They're very expensive. And then I have this little pewter one. Can I get close that you can see that it's actually dragon there? There you go. You can see him. He's a little dragon. He's a little dragon on a stone. But that's a few of my dragons. I got some dragon artwork. I got dragon books. I got a couple of more dragon figures in there. The dragons are one of my totems. Okay. First story of the night. So I start my week on Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those are my work days, in the job that puts the roof over my head. And I work in a little thrift store, get some great scores. I get some nice clothes. I am a hoodie girl through and through in the wintertime at the very least. But I like to have nice clothes, and having the life that I lived, that money in the actual value, especially when you're on brand, tops can be very, very expensive. Especially I've got 68 hoodies now. Got a lot of hoodies. I'm donating lots of them back. I'm donating lots, but it's like Nike and American Eagle and Reebok and Adidas and North Face and Puma. I got a new Puma hoodie this week. I've already put my laundry together, but I have a lot of clothes, and I do appreciate nice clothes, but I was a compulsive gambler, and it's not something that I would have wasted my money on, and that's what I would have looked at in spending $80 on a top. My tops with the staff discount cost me like $2.70. Right? $2.70. That's just like, even for somebody low income, that's like pocket change, right? And to get beautiful clothes. But, there was a time when, my gambling was the priority. Every penny I had was put into gambling. It's just the craziest thing how I even thought that it was possible to live a life and have those kind of compulsions, right? I just almost just destroyed my life almost with, and I did some serious damage, but I almost destroyed my life with those gambling machines. And my money would have been more important. I would have, right? I wouldn't have bought nice clothes, and it's even some of those details of not taking care of myself. And that's what it was doing. I wasn't taking care of myself. I'm trying to do a little bit better by myself, trying to make myself a priority, right? Creating the best human being I possibly can by creating, right, the most beautiful life for myself that I possibly can, at the same time trying to kind of make up for a little bit of that sidestepping that I've done in my life, right? So, but at the same time, when I say, I didn't take care of myself and I didn't buy myself nice clothes and things, that wasn't just the only thing that I didn't do, right? And you could say I denied myself the luxury of all those clothes, but really, did I need 67 on brand hoodies? No, not really, right? 5 or 6 would have been nice to have. And I could choose 5 or 6 of my favorite ones, right? But I was going to say, when I was had this addiction to gambling, at the same time of having that addiction to gambling, I worked in nightclubs and bars. All my friends drank. All my customers, they were all drinkers, right? They were all a bunch of partiers, and I loved them to death, but I wasn't a partier, right? I wasn't a drinker, and I could look at this idea of having this gambling addiction that possibly, right? Because I thought that I wasn't going to waste my money on branding my clothes, taking care of myself, buying nice makeup, buying nice outfits, taking myself on vacation. Instead of doing that, I was gambling. But not only that, though, I have to give credit where credit is due. In working in bars and nightclubs, because all my friends drank, because I'm highly sensitive and empathic, it would only make sense that I would follow suit with my friends. I have to say that having a gambling addiction might have dissuaded me from being a drinker, from being somebody who liked alcohol. It's funny I'm saying that because I'm having alcohol in this moment. I'm having one of my electric monkeys. I got to get rid of that booze. I don't know if that, I got it in my fridge. It's been in there since Christmas. I don't know how long it'll stay fresh. I'm trying to use it up. Once I start getting belly aches, I'll know it's time to pour it down the sink. But I never became an alcoholic. I never became a drinker. And that was prevalent in my family. I remember all my aunts and uncles, and my mom and dad would sit around the table, and they would drink and chit chat and play cards and stuff, right? And my grandfather was an actual alcoholic, like one of those downtown homeless people alcoholics. That was my grandfather. So, and we never, none of my sisters, we went through little stages where we partied. I worked in a bar, so every once in a while I might have drunk too much. But when you look at the people I hung out with, who were pretty much drunk every day, every second day at the very least, right? That it was a miracle that I didn't become an alcoholic myself. And I think it was a little bit because I considered buying those alcohol and buying those drinks a waste of my money that I could be putting in those video lottery terminals. I chose my poison. My poison was gambling. And I don't know if other addicts do the same thing where they, right, where they regroup their money and stuff and they put it towards one addiction. But I'm grateful. My dad did drink. And like I said, when I was a young child, I do remember him socializing and just being maybe a socialized drinker. But, after my aunts and uncles passed away, or his aunts and uncles, but we called them Annies too, Annies and uncles too. But when they passed away, I never remembered seeing my dad being a drinker. Right? I never seen it. But when he passed away, I remember my mother saying he was a drinker, but he just didn't want his kids to see him drinking. And that was a gift for us kids because, we were already well into our adulthoods when we found out that my dad was also a bit of a drinker, but he kept it secret from the kids. The kids didn't know that, right? That not I'm saying like I'm sure he was a social drinker. I'm sure he had a bottle of wine or something. Well, maybe not a bottle. He'd have a glass of wine when he'd go out for dinner or something, right? But he never drank, and none of us kids drank. And he had four daughters, and you know, even though we did on occasion get drunk, but to actually have that as one of our main problems in this life, and yet my grandfather was one of those people who slept in the bus shacks on the streets, right? He was a downtown alcoholic. That was my grandfather, and that's what I'm pulling our family, and not just me. My whole family's been doing it, whether they're conscious of it or not, right? We have done so well for ourselves, and like my nieces and nephews are doing absolutely amazing, and they're going to do such good things, right? With the generations going down the road. Okay, so I just wanted to say that, that I have to be fair in saying that possibly, I might not have been an alcoholic because, right? Because I did work at the bar. That influence was there. My friends were there. That was my influence. I was their empath. I was, right? I was their highly sensitive, and it was just not part of my nature, and yet they all accepted me for who I was, and I could relate to them, whether they were sober or not sober, right? But we all get to make our own choices in there. I was just taking note of the fact, right? That it's funny what we get addicted to. And I've been addicted to many things. I used to even be a smoker, and I was able to quit smoking the first time I tried to quit smoking, and I was a pack and a half rolly girl, right? I'd roll mine and my husband's cigarettes every day, a pack and a half each, because that's what we smoked, right? That's a lot of cigarettes. And the first time I tried, I quit smoking, right? There were lots of things. I was an ice cruncher, right? I got a drink here, so call me on it if you see me crunching ice. But I just had to quit putting ice in my drinks. But I'm having a cocktail, and I wanted that whole effect. And let's have one more sip, and we're going to get into our bags here and my story. So Thursday night, I went to work. I usually like to scope out the shelves, right? Because I've had 3 days off, and I've had 3 days off, and right, they've been stocking the shelves and stuff, and I don't want to miss a cute hoodie, right? My number 69 hoodie. And so I'm scoping out my section, right? My size, and there was this top. It was absolutely amazing. It was brand new, so obviously somebody bought it and it didn't fit them, and they donated it. They donated it to us, right? And it was just a black shirt. I got it right here. It was just a black shirt with long black sleeves, and on the front of it in graphics, it said, "This is my year." Is that just not? And you guys know, right? Like live 5 days a week, taking in the lessons, applying myself. It's been a long time, and I have nothing to compare myself with and where I'm standing, because I'm delving into topics where, right, I'd like to be that expert, that there's nobody closer to me. But again, I have no idea in comparison where I am on that map. But this shirt came out. Now, what a cool shirt. It's my size, my color, my cut, it's me 100%. But during the course of my shift that night, I talked myself out of the top, right? Um, Buying a car, renting a car, got a vacation. I'm moving forward. I want to move. Right? All of this stuff. And so I talked myself out of it, which I quite often do, because I could be picking out cool things all night long. You've seen my staff charges, cool things all the time, that I have to talk myself out of some things, right? And I talk myself out of this shirt. So I came home Thursday. I came home Thursday night and I was tired. It was my first day back to work and I was tired. I didn't sleep good the night before. I don't know what it was, but I was tired. I couldn't even get out of my office chair. I planted myself here, made myself a cup of coffee, and I says, you know what? I'm not taking in lessons tonight. I'm not going to apply myself to any housework or I'm not going to do anything. I'm right, but I can't just sit here going, "No," right, until it's time to go to bed. So I go into YouTube and YouTube quite often because the subjects that I study and stuff is it can be heavy, right? So I talk about mixing the turnips in with the mashed potatoes to make it go down, because I want to make sure that I absorb everything properly, that I'm not bypassing, that I'm taking in all the lessons. But I didn't feel like taking in lessons. I just felt like being a butt when I got home from work. And I said, Cindy, that's okay. Trying to be nice to myself, right? That's okay, Cindy. What do you want to watch? You got your cup of coffee. What do you want to watch? So I go in, and usually with YouTube, I pick one of the first 3 or 4 videos that YouTube suggests to me. And then I just carry on from the next video just like that, right? And there was a video being suggested to me, and it was a documentary on dragons. And this documentary looked pretty cool. So I said, hey, okay, I'm gonna watch this video. And I watched the entire video. And I remember specifically this video was amazing. It was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. But I don't remember anything about it. I don't remember any of the colorings or the designs of any of the dragons. I don't know if there were any maidens. I don't know if there were any stories. I don't know if there was any fact base, right? It was all I remembered is that it was an hour long and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was bagged. I turned it off, right? And didn't think anything of it, and I went to bed. In the morning, I got up. Quite often, when you watch a video on YouTube, YouTube will suggest something along the same line to see if you want to carry on the topic, which they did, right? And of course, right, I had it nice and easy the night before. Came home and didn't take any lessons, so I'm going to make up for that and take in a couple of lessons because I got to go to work in the morning. It's Saturday. It's my busiest day, right, of the week. But I got ready and I had a little bit of time, so taking a couple of lessons and got ready for work. And I sat here before I had to go to work, had finished off my coffee, and I opened up my phone and I scrolled. And the first thing I stopped on, it was a post and it said, Year of the Dragon. This is your year. Okay? Remember the shirt. This is my year, right? Dragons are one of my totems. I love dragons. And I'm going, Year of the Dragon? It's not Year of the Dragon. It's Year of the Rat. It's not Year of the Dragon. And so I Googled because, right, something else got suggested to me in a dragon or something. And so I Googled when is Year of the Dragon? And they said 2024. And I went, wow, it's Year of the Dragon, right? It's my year. This is what I did. I went, it's my year. I got all excited. It's my year, right? And then I Googled on the bus, right? I Googled when I was on my way to work. I Googled on the bus. I says, when does Lunar Year of the Dragon start? That morning was Saturday. Was it? Oh, sorry, Friday, September 10th. It was Friday, September 10th. And that's exactly what my Google Assistant told me, that the Year of the Dragon started on February 10th. It blew me away, right? So I went straight to work, went straight to the rack. And there was no reason for this because most women are my size these days, right? There's no reason that this top should, it's a cool top and it's brand new. It's a brand new top. And I got it for $4. $4. I took the tag off because it's in my laundry now, right? It's $4.50. I paid $4.50 for it. But then my cashier kept showing me dragons all day. I told him the story, right? I told him the story and he going, Cindy, 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 all day. Dragons all day long. So you guys, this is my year. So I wanted to document it here on this show, Chatters Live, because this is where it all began, right? Not on Chatters Live, but Prairie Dodgers. And if it should happen that this is my year, I think every year is a great year, right? Every year for at least the past half a dozen years, right, has been getting better and better and better. And I'm grateful for that. But this is my year. So what does the universe, right? What does the world, what do the dragons have in store for me this year? So when I got home, I put all my dragons out on the table so I could tell you the story. Isn't that cool, you guys? It was just dragons. Like and the weird thing is about it, because today one of my favorite customers, her name's Joan, she's just a sweetie pie. She comes in, she's so eccentric and she's very colorful and joyful and just wonderful energy, right? And she came into the store and I was happy to see her. And I went, Joan, did I tell you about the dragons? She goes, dragons? What about the dragons? And so I told her the dragon story. We stood there and talked for 10 minutes about the dragons. And I told her the dragon story, right? And when I told her the story, I went, oh my goodness. I was seeing dragons right and left for like 24 hours. On February 10th, I was seeing dragons like just every time. It was like every time I turned my head or read an article, it was just dragon this and dragon that. It was only mentioned as Year of the Dragon just that one time, right? I actually had to go in and Google the rest of it. So it wasn't like it was because it was Year of the Dragon that this stuff kept coming at me. That wasn't the case at all, right? But it blew me away. And then after I told that story again to Joan yesterday, I made note because it went on for 24 hours. Yesterday I didn't see one dragon. Right? It just stopped. Soon as I got the message, right? Soon as I got my shirt. Isn't that the coolest shirt? And it's in the first video, the video I watched, that was in the title, right? It was Year of the Dragon. This is your year. That was the name, I think, of the video. And that night, I had put this back on the shelf that said, this is my year. Like everything just kind of tied in. And because we miss like 95% of these little breadcrumbs and serendipities, right? What else did I miss? Right? That's the fun of it, though, right? I don't always hit it like that where I'm catching everything, but it was fun and it was meant for me to take note. Okay, you guys, we're going to start digging into these bags right now. Was that a good story? Let me come into the comments for 2 minutes while I have a sip of my drink, and we'll go back there. Okay, Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Andrew says, I've never been a drinker either. I had access to alcohol, but in my life have been drunk only the equivalent of maybe 3 cans of beer. 3 cans of beer would, I don't even drink. I don't even remember. Maybe when I was a little kid, because we used to hang out underneath the dining room table because all the grown-ups would be sitting at the table drinking and playing cards, and us kids would be underneath the table. There was always a tablecloth on the table, so it was like a big tent playground, and we could be part of the fun, right? Part of the events going on. I might have, right, had sips of my mom and my dad's beer, but I right? I never had a beer well, I would have had a beer, I'm sure, right? But I never liked beer. I don't like the taste of beer. In fact, you can see my drink right now. This actually tastes like chocolate banana, chocolate banana milk. That's what it tastes like. My drinks have to taste like chocolate milk or tropical punch. Right? I can't taste, I don't like to taste the alcohol in it. This drink has 4 ounces in alcohol. That's enough to get me drunk for sure. But also at the same time, I forgot what I was going to say. Let's get into our bags, you guys. So we'll see, right? We'll see when the next lunar year changes. We'll have a live show just in respect to my story of Year of the Dragon, and we'll really take a look at, right, what kind of amazing things happened for me. Okay, where do we start? I got 2 backpacks, and I've got 1 recycle bag full of stuff, and I'm just going to dig in. My staff charge this week was, I think it was about $70. My staff charge this week was about $70. This cost me $70. First thing I want to show you is this. This cost me $8.50. And I'm trying to go with that cream white Marilyn Monroe chic kind of look. I've got this. This is a bamboo. It's made of bamboo. You can just come up close, you guys, so you can see. You can see the lines from the bamboo. With my staff discount, this cost me about, I think, $7. It was a little pricey. But look how well it goes with my decor, with my white frames and all my things. This is all I'm cleaning out my house, guys. This is going. My sister's having a garage sale. It's all going. I have 100 pieces of earthenware that have to go. It's all going. Actually, a lady inquired about them today. I've got them up for sale. All of them, every piece, $350. I'm only keeping a couple of pieces there. A couple of the gallery pieces. But there's got to be about $3,000 there, you guys. At the very minimum, about $3,000 worth of earthenware. Beautiful earthenware, too. So a lady inquired, and I didn't go back into my emails tonight to see whether or not she got back to me on that. But usually when people make inquiries on that crazy, I got it listed as my crazy collection has got to go. That's the title of my crazy pottery collection has got to go. That's the title of my ad. And then I put it up for $350. If I got $350, right, that would be fabulous. Because I haven't got my forest picture. I've got my eye on a forest picture, and I haven't got it yet. So I would pay for that. And then I think I would put the rest towards my vacation in September, because it's going to be a very, very expensive vacation this year. But it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to Arizona and Utah. You guys, I'm going to be at the Grand Canyon. They have 2 campsites at the Grand Canyon. I'm going to be going to the Grand. It's going to be so cool. Okay, you guys, staff charges. Let's say some hellos. First off, I want to say hello to Sharon because I know she'll pop in later. She doesn't make it into the live. She always tells me to say hi to you all. But hello to Sharon. Let's say hello to Robert because I know Robert comes in and watches the lives. He doesn't always participate in the conversation, but he watches and listens in the background. Also, my sister Alice, who knows it's show and tell day, and she's too lazy to get off her butt because she watches her my live show. Who would want to see my head when it's like this big? But she does. 70-inch television screen, so she's got one of those smart TVs, but she has to get up to if she wants to comment and stuff. So hi to Alice too. Hi to all the people that kind of come in and watch my content. You know, my brother-in-law pops in every once in a while. Very grateful that he spends time watching and joining in on us. His name's Ian, and he walked me down the aisle, and he's one of my best friends. But we all move forward, and even though I don't spend time with him like I used to, he used to be one of my party gang, right? I don't spend time with him like I used to. He still has my heart. If he ever needed anything, I would be there in a minute. And he takes good care of my family, and it's much appreciated. I'm very grateful that he's in my life. But I have lots of people like that. And so I have to make sure I put those gratefuls out there, right? And including all of you guys. Okay, so the first thing I'm pulling from my bin is this. You knew there was going to be some plates. I love this plate. This is not going to be a plate that I'm putting with my fine dining plates. This plate is my dinner plate. I love this plate because of the rim around it. You don't usually see dining plates. And it's a dining plate. It's not a bowl. It's a dining plate with such a nice rim on it. Like when I have stew or that runny stuff that can easily slide up, like how great would that be for spaghetti and meatballs? Spaghetti meatballs. So yeah, I grabbed that for myself. It was only with my staff discount, it was 75 cents. So I wanted this plate, and this is going to be one of my regular dinnerware plates for myself, just because I'm a sloppy eater. Okay, next. I've got a few of these, you guys. I'll just show you them when I come across them, but I'll just tell you what they are. Um, they're for pictures, and I do have some pictures, and I'm not somebody who reminisces about the past, but because you guys know, like I have people in my life, and they're people, some people are not even with us anymore, that they, right, didn't make it as long as we did. And right, I hope they're back and they're living their best life. But sometimes, I like to remember the people that I care about, remember those amazing moments to remind myself, right? Life was amazing. My life is a big adventure. It's always been a big adventure, even amongst the pain, the heartbreak, the betrayal, the letdowns, the struggles, the poverty, the scariness of the possibility of becoming homeless, right? There's always been adventures there. And, and I'm not afraid of the struggle because the struggle has become such the norm, right? It's time for me to stretch out of my comfort zone and make it my year, right? And when I say straight, not take on more struggle, but to stretch out of my comfort zone and make it spectacular, amazing. So this is actually fridge magnets. There's sleeves to put pictures in so that you can put them on the fridge. I got 3 packages of these different for different size pictures. So I picked up 3 packages of those so I can start putting some of my pictures there. This is amazing. these are tartlets, and they're for Christmas tartlets, right? And they're absolutely just adorable. And it's a very vintage piece. And I'm getting rid of my other pieces. And then this one is going to be a keeper for me to the end of days, right? Yeah, this is unique when it comes to muffin tins, right? Right? And I'll be using them for tartlets, is what I'll be using them for. So it's just a little baby piece. I've got tons of cookware that in my donations bag. I took a donation bag to work and cut off the circulation in my hand. I got to work and there were great big white spots around my fingers because it was so heavy. It was cutting off the circulation in my fingers by the time I got to work. Okay, I'll quickly show you one more dinner plate. This one is going with the other dinner plates. This one is actually Royal Dalton, which is one of the nicest brands when it comes to dinnerware. And when the nice dinnerware comes in, like there was probably 6 of these plates on the shelf. Each one was marked at $1.50. So I took one of them. That's all I need is one because it's going with my set, my nice set. Now I don't know if I'll be doing place settings of 6 and getting rid of them, or right, it's when I meet husband number 2 and they're actually the dinner plates for the reception, and then maybe wash them after the reception and put a piece of wedding cake on it for my guests to take home. And I collect milk bottles for table center pieces too. I love this. This is a Starbucks mug. I buy them when they come in if they're available. This one was cheap. It was only, well, it was expensive. $2. It was $2, but it's a great mug and it's actually worth probably $50 to be truthful. But that's going to be a cute drink cup when I go on my vacation. So that will come with me. And for with my staff discount, that only cost me $1. And it's something like I said, you know, I would never spend $50 on a cup. Never, not in a million years. But I have a few cups that are worth $50, and that's the truth. I have a couple of Bubba mugs that are worth almost $50 each, and I probably have 2 or 3 of these Starbucks ones. This one's really pretty, but yeah. Okay, I've got the little cutting board, for my workstation. I like to keep nice things for my desk. So I got this one. It's in pink. So I'm going to assume, yes, it is. There's my new mouse, you guys. I got a new wireless mouse. This mouse cost me $2.50. And yeah, so I just plug this piece. There's a piece right in here. I plug that into my laptop, and then I'm back up and running with a new mouse. So I'll put that together after my live show. Okay. Book number 1, A Manifesto for Reinventing Yourself and Saving the World. We Are the New Radicals by Julia Molden. It's looked interesting. When I read it, it looked very interesting. And whether or not I get to it right away, probably won't get to it right away. Right? When I go on my trips, I like to take the biographies, right? I still want to be in lessons, but I want them to be in light lessons. And I've really been enjoying the biographies. Okay, here's the next book. Keys to Beating Stress, Worry, and the Blues. 50 Ways to Feel Great Today by David B. Biebel and Dr. James E. Dill and RN, I guess that's a registered nurse, Barbie Dill, right? 50 Ways to Feel Great Today, right? We don't always feel great, but we sure would like to feel great. And for me, it's sometimes when you don't feel great, it's about finding something in that moment that truly is great. Oh, even if it's just something that you can be grateful for, or something that you can appreciate, right? Something that you can truly appreciate. And I always want to make sure that, I am enjoying this journey, right? That I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and that, I'm doing it my way, right? I'm doing it my way, that I'm not doing it somebody else's way, that I want people, right? Because as highly sensitives and as empaths, right? I'm not fooling anybody, right? Empaths got it down packed, and nothing gets by us. Like, we can't fool each other, right? So why even try? Okay, and the last book here is Techniques to Cultivate Inner Strength in Children. Oh my goodness. I would love to do something amazing for the children, right? But I understand that it's going to be very difficult for me as an adult to get near the children, especially when I'm not in that teacher capacity. But who I can reach is, I can reach the teachers, I can reach the parents, I can reach the grandparents, I can reach the next door neighbor, I can reach the pastor, right? That's who I can reach. And if I can reach that, then maybe you, in your interactions in your day to days, can reach that child that, really does learn or need to learn how to build in that inner strength, right? So, building emotional intelligence. I was given a compliment today. It was very sweet of her, but she said that, she could tell how emotionally intelligent I was. And I didn't want to like have a big smile and take pride in that. But right when she doesn't have a clear idea of what I'm reaching out for, right? She might have a sense of who I am, but to really have an idea of what I'm chasing after, and to be able to pay me a compliment, because really it was an amazing compliment. Because, right, I do want to work in emotional intelligence. I want people to know that they don't have to live in the hairy scary, even if they did live in a hairy scary, even if you can see the hairy scary all around you, you don't have to live in the hairy scary. It's in our choices, right? It truly is in our choices. Building emotional challenge intelligence by Lyndon Lantieri, with an introduction and practices guided by Daniel Goleman. So there you go. Emotional. And those are my 3 books. Okay, that might be boring so far, but I promise I got good stuff. I got good stuff. Look at you guys. Like, this is my drink. This is my coffee cup tomorrow. I couldn't help it. It was such a cool coffee cup. Beautiful color, beautiful flowers and birds and trees, and I just really loved it. It was $1 with my staff discount. I could get a nice big cup of coffee in it. But look at it. It's bigger than both my hands. It's bigger than both my hands together, you guys. That's one big cup. That's one big coffee cup. I had to have it. It's going to look good in my coffee cup collection, which is also being cut. I cut it in half, you guys. I did. I redonated half of my coffee cups, but I'm going to cut it again by half. Right? I'm going to cut it again by half. Okay. Um last last payday, you guys knew I got that multimedia book, for charcoal and pencil crayon and watercolor. And because you guys know that I love trees, this is a special paintbrush by Winsor and Newton, the world's finest artist brushes since 1832. For 50 cents, I have one of the world's finest artist brushes since 1832. This is a fan brush. This is the brush that you use to make trees. I'm going to use that media book, and I'm going to get myself, I think, maybe some watercolors and see if I can practice. I sure would love to do trees. If I was going to be an artist, I'd be doing trees, right? I love I love trees. Don't know why I love trees so much, but I love trees. And I'm going to paint trees. I'm going to see if I can learn and apply myself. My mother was very artistic. My mother was an artist. Um, and she was always an artist, off and on, right? She loved drawing horses. Horses were her favorite. She was very good at drawing horses. She'd do great big landscape with horses and everything. She was very good at it. Yeah, so 50 cents, staff discount, 30 cents, and I get world's finest brushes. Okay, you guys. Oh, I can lift it up. The first bag coming to an end here. 75 cents. You guys, I got a brand new bottle of Elmer's wood glue. 75 cents with a staff discount. That was only 50 cents. That was only 50 cents. You know how expensive, if you went to Home Depot and bought that, and I use the wood glue all the time. All the time. I love it. When I saw that, right, it was coming home. It was coming home with me. Okay, let's pop in quickly to the comments because I want to stay on top of those too. Oh, William's here. I see that William's here. Is Melvin here tonight? Let's see where we left off. I've never been a drinker either. I had access to alcohol, but in my life have been drunk only equivalent of maybe three cans of beer. Right? And that's in our choices, right? That's in our choices. When it came to alcohol in the old days, like say in the days of the Egyptians, everybody drank beer. Everybody drank wine. Why? Because it was distilled. It was easier. And even the first settlers of Canada and the United States, it was very common for the kids and everybody to be drinking beer and ale and wine, right? Because it was distilled, and water wasn't always necessarily clean, right? Right? And because it's heated and properly processed, right? That it's clean. The alcohol is clean. Everybody drank alcohol, like even the little kids. More alcohol than actual water, but there were reasons for that, right? Okay, have I finished this bag? No, I haven't. Oh, I love this. It's not another plate, really. But what this is a piece of slate that somebody cut like a plate. You can see, right, by the rim and stuff that they tried to make it like a plate. I'm not going to be using it as a plate, technically. I'm going to be putting some of my beautiful rocks and crystals. I think it'll look really, really nice. I got a few right here. They're going in the sun right now, only because, right, I have to wash them and let them enjoy the sun because I have no idea how they suffered before they got here. So I want them. And these are my few rocks that I have a collection. But that looks really nice, doesn't it? You know, so I thought maybe all my small rocks and crystals. Look at that piece. That's a piece of opal, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that came into the store. And then I've never seen this one. This one is actually a rock, but you can't really see it, but it's all green. The marbling is all green. And then look at this one. This one is like smoky quartz. I think it's like a smoky quartz. But isn't that beautiful? All those crystals. I got that at work. So I thought I'd get this slate plate and I put all my small rocks and pebbles on that. So I'm going to just put this right over here and I'll clean it up. I'll clean it up later. You guys, we got rid of a bag. Let's go to the next bag. Let's just take a look at the comments here. I don't want to miss anything. Get my attention, you guys. Do capitals or something if you need me to see anything. Cindy, I've been looking for that kind of plate, except in plastic. Really? My slate plate, but in plastic? That's a no-brainer. That's easy. Oh, I also got these. I put them up here only because they were so fragile. They're like eggshells, you guys. This is a famous Japanese designer that I have here. These are rice bowls, and they're signed. So you can see that. They're signed on the bottom there by the artist. They were on the shelf, and they were only 50 cents each. These bowls, people, I have two of them. I got two of them. Modern mid-century rice bowls. They're worth $60 each. I paid 50 cents each for them. That was a no-brainer. They were coming home with me, but I was so worried that I was going to break them because they're only bisque porcelain, right? They're very fragile, like eggshells. I didn't want them to break, so I pulled them out of the bag and just put them there just so I could show you, just in case I dragged them and forgot they were in the bag and they spilled out and broke. I would be heartbroken. So I got those. And also, here's something else. This is, right, we're going in the cream white is everything, and then all the decor will be the colors, right? But most of my decor is off-white. I got this creamer jug. It's beautiful. I paid a few dollars for this. I think I paid $4 for this, which is kind of pricey, right? But it's really nice. It's a nice one. And I was happy to pay the $4, and I'll probably put some kind of artificial floral arrangement in there. I might even just use it as, right, for flowers in general. Maybe I'll start buying myself flowers, right? Like Miley Cyrus says, I could buy myself flowers. Yeah. Okay. This is really, really nice. You guys, it's a babushka. Take a look. It's got the tassels on it. And look at all the beautiful embroidery on it. All hand embroidered. All hand embroidered. And right. And I think, you just put it on your head like this. I'm not gonna wear it, but it is, right? And you just like your babushka, and then you just tie it in a big knot and I don't know, go do the laundry or something. I don't know. But I thought it was so beautiful that I thought maybe I might be able to use it for maybe on my folding table or something, and I could do cards for people or something. I don't know. It was too pretty. And it was cheap. It was only 75 cents. And with the staff discount, it would have been, oh, you guys, made in cash Cashmere, India. Cashmere Emporium. 40% silk, 60% linen. Very nice. I didn't see the tag when I purchased it. Very pleased with that. We're just going to stick that right there. Next. You guys know I'm collecting patches, so we'll quickly just show you the patches. I'll be cutting them out later. This one had 2 bird patches on there, so I grabbed those and I'll be cutting those out. These are not rompers or anything, but they were the cutest patches on baby underwears. So I grabbed those too, and I'll be cutting those patches out. Look at that goldfish. That's going to look adorable on a pair of coveralls. And look at the little dinosaur, right? A little dinosaur. That's going to look so adorable on a pair of coveralls. And they're just little baby underwears, right? But for 50 cents and a little staff discount, right? Didn't even cost $1. And I got amazing patches. So I'll be chopping those up tonight. How's your week been going, William? Nice to see you. Okay, let's come down here. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing any comments. Boom. There we go. Okay, just to stay current when they come in. It's a used candle, but it was only $2.50. I normally just buy the new ones, but I usually have one candle that I burn for myself. The other ones, I just save them. Why I save them, I don't know. And it's a beautiful, it smells like cucumber. It's really quite lovely. And so, and that's what it's called, cucumber and lily. And it does smell like cucumber, so nice and fresh, right? So I got a new candle. I got a new travel bag. This is going to be my new bag. I'm going to try it out to see if I like it. It's a little bit heavy, but it's going to get redonated. It's cowhide. It's a really expensive purse, but I got it very inexpensively. It was only with my staff discount. It was like $5 with my staff discount. So I thought, right? When I'm traveling, I'm going to need a good bag. I know I bought those shoulder bags, but those shoulder bags are casual. And I won't always be in a casual situation. And even though I'm a casual person, I'm going to need something a little bit less casual than khaki, right? Good mountain gear brand. Okay, you guys. Do you guys want to see my jewelry? I think I only got one small this week, which was this little Chinese porcelain cat. That's for my cabinet. I thought it was cute. It was 50 cents and a little staff discount. I have a lot of mustard clothes and I don't have any mustard jewelry. So this was 50 cents with the crystals and the milk glass. And of course, I got to have earrings. I pierced my own ears when I was 15 years old with ice and potatoes and a sewing needle. I did my own ears. I did. I'm surprised I got them in the holes in the right spot, and I've kept them open all these years since I think I was 15 years old when I pierced my own ears, right? These are loose. Just little blue earrings. I don't have much in the way of blue. And then these ones here, which are just a little bit more, what do you call that? Not conventional, contemporary, a little bit more contemporary. So that didn't buy much in the way of jewelry. I think there's like $3 worth of jewelry sitting there. So I was pretty good on the jewelry this week. How do you like my stuff so far, you guys? I really am pleased with the things that I got. I'm really happy. I have a lot of cutlery, and when I wash dishes, I have a little cutlery container. It's about half this size, right? But there's not enough room sometimes for all my cutlery. So I bought a new cutlery rack for my dish rack. I'm just going to take these things. I'll just take the lids off, and it'll just sit in my rack, and it'll just hold all my cutlery after I wash it, right? And this was only $1 with my staff discount. It was only $1. All this stuff I'm showing you in total cost me, I think, $71, something like that, you guys. It was very inexpensive. Oh, this was nice. This was really nice. I don't know anything about it, but it's a new coffee mug for me. It's metal, so it's not oh, it is a drink. It is for drinks. Maybe to keep the ice cold. That's what it's for, to keep the ice cold. It's a thermos mug. I don't think it's for coffee. I'll have to I'll have to Google it to find out. But it was really nice, and I thought when I go on my trip this September that it would be nice to have a nice mug. I didn't realize that it was not a coffee mug, but it might serve me better not being a coffee mug, because you guys, I'm looking at September and I'm looking at the temperature in Arizona. I don't do well in the heat. I don't like the heat. I like things cooler. In fact, very rarely do I have the heat on. I always have the windows open, winter or not winter. 100 degrees. That's hot. So I've got to figure out, do I want, right? Because I'll be sleeping in my truck and I can't have the air conditioner on the truck killing my battery all night. So, it has to be comfortable for me. So I don't know if I'll be changing the dates on the trip. I could do that, right? I could do that and do two trips and just change the dates, because they say that April and May, it starts cooling off, right? And so those seem like probably better dates for me to go on that trip. But we'll see what's happening, right? I just leave things up in the air, and as the opportunities come across my path, right? Um, it's another Starbucks coffee mug, right? These I'll probably just give them to my sister Alice, all these mugs. They were really, really nice, and they were brand new. They never even used them. Such a waste of money, I think. Oh, um, two beaded, two beaded headbands. Somebody put a lot of work into making those headbands. They're just really, really beautiful. Somebody did a really good job, and they are crafted. Somebody did craft them, and they did such a fantastic job on it, and all the beads are super secure. I'm sure it's some indigenous tribe, but I was grateful to get them, and they were $1 with my staff discount. Oh, you guys. Oh, I'm so happy. Because somebody came up to the counter with this and I thought I lost it. I've got to move a lot of my movies to this memory card. These are expensive too. They usually run about $30, and I got this for $2. I got this for $2. So I'm going to use it with my laptop, and I'm going to store all my videos from here point onto new cards. I donated my big exterior hard drive. Um, but right, I'm going to put everything on the disc. I'm also going to go through all my video and see what I can put together for us, right? Maybe tell a little bit of a story and tag it on. But I thought I lost that, so I'm grateful that I got it brand new. And it cost me $2, you guys. How amazing is that? That would have cost me $30, and I probably would have bought one. Okay, you guys. Um, just a pair of shorts. They're just a pair of shorts for summer. I don't have shorts. I don't usually wear shorts. I usually wear tights in the summertime and dresses. But I thought, if I'm going swimming and stuff, right? If I'm going to Arizona, I might want to invest in a pair of shorts. And now's the time to get the spring clothes, right? Because people are changing the closets over. And once spring happens, everybody will be looking for those clothes and all the good stuff will be gone. Why? Because I got it. Because I got it. Next, oh, my movie for this weekend. Have any of you seen this movie? I got this movie. I was taking a look. It's got Gyllenhaal. What's his name? Gyllenhaal. Oh, he's not even like one of the main stars in it. What happened there? Because they usually, maybe he was just doing a cameo in it. I don't know. Has anybody seen that movie, you guys? Let me know in the comments if you've seen that movie. I'm looking forward to watching it. And whoops, we'll just do that, and we'll do that. I'll just make sure that I'm catching all the comments as they go. I don't want to miss anything, and I have been, you guys. Oh, silly me. Okay, let's go back to where. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll keep my eyes open. I might even have another one, Nancy. I'll grab it for you if it's still there. Right? I've had lots of great weekends. It wasn't the best weekend. It wasn't the worst weekend either. I'm happy that I'm into my days off now. Thanks for asking though, William. But right, I'm excited for my days off now, that's for sure. Um Nancy says, mine was okay prepping for inspections, lol. Was yours Oh, how was yours, William? William had an inspection too. My inspection won't be until Tuesday because Monday is Louis Riel Day. We have a midwinter um, statutory holiday, which is really, really good. We needed, each province got it to designate the holiday for the day that they wanted. Louis Riel, which is one of the main Métis leaders here in Manitoba, who was discredited and actually he was put to death because of his ideas and how he moved. Right, that's evolution, and each one of us in our choices, and he made those choices, but we overstepped our boundaries, and we took somebody's life without giving it proper consideration, right? Maybe a little bit of selfishness in there, but it's Louis Riel Day tomorrow, so I'm spending the day cleaning my house, getting ready. I don't have much, but tidy it up so they think I'm a tidy tenant, right? And for the most part, I am. I'm just eclectic and all right. That's all going. I'm looking forward to rearranging and redecorating my new home because I'm gonna have such amazing, amazing things. Um, oh, thanks, Owen. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about these staff charges. I'm really pleased with everything I've gotten so far. William says, yes, still need 5 more, Owen. I just need green, white, blue, and black Power Ranger figures. Oh my goodness. Your collection must be worth some money, eh, William? Aw. And oh, Jake, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh, to the movies. I haven't been to a movie in a long time. I really wanted to see Napoleon, but reading the reviews on it and everything, it didn't really get really, really good reviews. So maybe when it comes out on video, I'll watch it when it comes out on video. But yeah, I didn't go to the theater to see it. But right, you never know that what's coming out. It looked when I was looking at the movies being released this year. Looks like there's a lot of good movies being released. But I spend my time in documentaries and right lessons, and I find those enjoyable too. But yeah, I got this movie, and I'll be watching it. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow because I don't know. Come Tuesday and Wednesday, I might be busy. I do want to get a nice walk in. I want to get some Mother Nature in this week. Um, right. And I also have to connect with my sisters a little bit too, right? Making sure that, right? I just keep reminding them we're still all in this together. I believe in the next life, we're all coming back together, right? Maybe with different lessons, maybe with different understandings, maybe understanding things a little bit better. And then, well, that's the plan, and not getting stuck, right? In that anymore. Okay, you guys, what else have I got here? We're getting close. This was $1. It's a cover for my hatchet. So I got my hatchet in my safety chest, but it doesn't have a cover for it. So it was only $1. So I grabbed it. So I got a cover for my hatchet. And it looks like I got some more jewelry here. Two pairs of earrings. Really pretty. See, that looks like these earrings look like silver. Yeah, those for sure are sterling. And what's that stone? Might even be pearl, ruby or garnet too. But that's like topaz, little pieces of topaz. I'll take a really good look at them tomorrow, maybe with the magnifier and see. But I'm pretty certain they're silver. And if they're silver, you can pretty much expect that they would put at least semi-precious stones in the jewelry. Okay, you guys, we got one more bag to do and we're done. I'm just going to pull out right? This is my real estate magazine that I pick up every Friday, right? Looking for my dream home. Okay, you guys. Pretty good, eh? Oh my goodness, look at, we still have all of this to go through. Let's open her up and see what's in here. It's just as exciting for me as it is for you guys. Well, probably more exciting for me because I don't remember even what's in here. Okay, first thing I've got. Don't laugh at me, guys. I'm going to sing karaoke. There's a song that I want to learn. Like everybody has a karaoke song, right? Right? You guys, all of you guys, I know you guys. Tell me what your karaoke song is, and I'll tell you what my karaoke song is? Well, I have two karaoke songs. The first karaoke song I have, right, and that we sing it really well, is Country Roads, right? John Denver, Country Roads. That's my karaoke song. And the second song is Hotel California. When I do karaoke, which I haven't done karaoke in decades, you guys, those are the songs that I pick because those songs that I know that I can do decently, right? Do decently. But tell me, guys, what are your karaoke songs? So I got this song, and on YouTube, you can actually pull up the karaoke on YouTube and sing along with them, right? This one, you can hook your phone up on that. But for me, I thought the song that I would like to learn to sing is that song by the redheaded guy. What's the name of the redheaded? The He's not young anymore. He's in his 30s, and he sings that song Shivers. Do you guys know that word, Shivers? It's such a fun, happy, great beat dancing song. I really, really like it. I can't remember his name. Oh, Ed Sheeran, that's his name. Yeah, Ed Sheeran is his name, and he does this song Shivers. I don't know if you've heard it before, but that's the one I want to learn for karaoke, right? I think if I practice, it would be a good one, right? Sometimes we are naturally inclined, right? And sometimes we're not. And when we're not, that's when you practice, right? Because practice makes perfect. Next, I got a second movie. It was called Hyde Park on the Hudson, and it's all about Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt was actually one of a pair. His wife was uh, a leader in herself, right? And his wife, Eleanor Roosevelt, she was his motivator, his cheerleader. She had so much belief in her husband, and her husband was in a wheelchair. He had polio, right? And yet he got to be president of the United States. And yeah, he would never have made it to be president if it wasn't for his wife Eleanor, right? Eleanor Roosevelt is one of my favorites because she grew up in privilege. By the time she was 12 years old, she had already traveled the entire world. She was well traveled and she was well educated, and she was right, came from a very well to do family. And she said that if she ever had the chance to do it over again, she would like to come back poor, as somebody who was impoverished, somebody who didn't have the privileges that she had in her life, that so that she could have a different perspective, right? I thought it was pretty admirable. Okay, what's Andrew and William yapping about now? I have to be careful next month or so. The local library will be having a sale, free day at the end, and even then there are so many books for the taking. I don't need more. No, not after you've gotten rid of almost 300 books, Andrew. You don't need to bring any more on. That's not saying you can't have one or two, right? But take your time in choosing what you want to bring home, right? Nancy Williams says, yeah, that's true, Andrew. I have to go online. I just wish I knew how to do it without having to go through so much red tape to get them offline. But without credit card or a debit card, right? It's difficult, I would assume, William. I was just talking about that on YouTube. This week I went to pay for my driver's license. My driver's license was due. I don't have a car in the moment, but you guys know I drive. I drive my sister's car. I rent cars, right? And I'm planning on getting a vehicle. But I was so proud of myself because I could have easily have lapsed on my driver's license. And would I have taken my driver's test again? I'd like to think that I would have, but I can't say that I would, right? Because when you're impoverished, right, you don't look that far ahead. You're looking from getting one foot in front of the other. You're looking at, just getting by from day to day. And, $60 for a driver's license might be groceries for an entire month, right? For somebody. And so the one thing that I was grateful that all those difficulties that I was in when I was struggling to stay afloat, when I wasn't able to stay on top of my bills, when I thought that I might become homeless, that at the very least I kept my driver's license current, that I always made sure that I got my driver's license renewed. Though that kind of ID is very, very important, right? Even my youngest sister has a driver's license and she just uses it for her ID. She's never driven a day in her life, right? But she took the test, she got her driver's license, and that's her main piece of ID, right? So to be able to do that, right, was something to take note of, and I did take note of it this week because it could have been a different story. Couldn't imagine not having a driver's license, not having a bank card, William, right? Yeah. It's all in our choices and whether or not we want to pursue it. But it's a worthy cause to pursue, isn't it? Uh, I'm always taking leftovers to work for the girls that I work with and stuff. And quite often they call in sick and they don't show up for a few days. And we have to throw the food out because it's all getting all fuzzy and green and ready to walk away. And on the norm, because I only picked them up for 50 cents, right? That on the norm, I usually just toss them away rather than bringing them home and scrubbing them, right? Next. Oh, I got another top here. I forgot about this one. It's just a summer top, but it's a very lovely summer top. As I become mature, I'm wearing straps, shoulder straps, right? And, there was a time that you would never catch me in that because of the gobble gobble or the way my armpits looked, right? That now it doesn't even phase me in any way. I really like that top. I forgot I had that top. I really like that top. Next. Okay, some more of those picture things that I said, right? So I have a few of them here, and it was just so I can put some of my photographs on my fridge. Yeah. Most of my photographs I ruined. Well, I didn't ruin them. Remember last year we had a bit of a flood in the building, and my photo bag was in the floor of my closet, and the water went into the closet, and I didn't realize that it had soaked my pictures until I went in to look for some pictures, and I saw they were all glued together. Right? I ruined a lot of them. Some of them I was able to save, but I haven't properly gone through them and see, do that keep, get rid of, keep, get rid of. I haven't done that yet. Okay, you guys. I said I wasn't going to buy any more earthenware. But how could I say no? Is that just not the beauty? Is that not just the beauty? Oh my goodness. Whoever buys my earthenware set, I only paid $2.50 for this piece. It is it is a signed, if I can get it there. It is a signed piece. Where? Oh, It's big sign. It's big sign right here. Um, but yeah, I thought it was beautiful. So I thought for $2.50, that's something that will complement my collection. That possibly somebody might buy it. That somebody, I don't want to put that on top of that. I'll put it over there. Stuff everywhere. I always spend a half an hour cleaning up after show and tell day because I'm just putting things down all around me, eh? Okay, let's go back into the comments. Mm, yum. Okay. Yeah, that's true, Andrew. I have to go online. Yeah, that's like I said, it's funny that you say that, and this week I was actually thinking how grateful it was that at the very least I kept my ID going. And I got my passport photo done. Um and I'm doing my income tax return on this. I'm very busy the next 3 days, lots of stuff to do. And I've also got an inspection this week, but I don't think I'm going to do too much because if I spruced it all up, which they want you to do, right? They want you to clean it all up, call it an inspection, put everybody in order. I don't have much that I have to put in order. Everything just has its place, right? And even though there's a lot of it, it's in its place and it looks fine enough. Nobody would say, hoarder or anything like that, right? And I'm not a hoarder. I give away just as much as I keep. Okay, you guys, I collect the tiles, so I got a couple of I got a couple of tiles, little tiles. I thought they were cute. It was 50 cents. So I thought for 50 cents, those could come home with me. We're getting to the bottom of it. Ooh, this was a great one. 50 Crayola crayons. Wait till you see the package of pencil crayons I got next week. They're all the metallics and they're really thick pencil crayons and they're just beautiful. And I think I got probably 12 or 15 of them for sure at the very least. But this is a pack of Crayola pencil crayons. 50 of them. That's a lot of different colors. You can see there's different shades of red and different shades of yellow, right? Different shades of blue. You can see the different shades of blue down there. And this cost me $1.50 with my staff discount. I don't know how expensive it would be if you had to buy it at Walmart or something. I'm assuming something like this you could pick up at Walmart. But this was brand new in the package, right? Got it for $1.50. Remember what I said? I've got my media book there, and I'm going to start doing trees. And I'm going to try different medias to see what I like most. I think I might like pencil crayons. I think I might like pencil crayons, but I won't know until I try. Next, this is just a toque. Like I need another toque, like a hole in the head. But this one covers the ears. See that? These are really, really good. These are really good toques. Because when I'm outside in the wintertime, it's my ears usually that get cold, right? It's my ears that get cold. And this hat is actually made by Nike. It's a Nike hat, right? It's a Nike hat, but it was only $1.50, right? $1.50. And I definitely will use it. We're coming down to the tail end of it, you guys. I can feel a couple of things, but what I'm feeling, I don't know. Let's get in here. You guys, I think that's it. We did it all. Those are all my staff charges. We got it all done, you guys. I can't believe it. And not too far off of 9 o'clock, right? We're getting better of this. But this one was a big one, right? I've got a lot of stuff here. I got a lot of stuff here that I didn't necessarily need. I didn't need the tart pan, but it was so cute. I wanted it, right? So if I wanted it, I'm going to take it. I didn't need this amazing mug, but it's an amazing mug. Never even researched anything. That's going to be so good on my trip. I'll be able to put a nice cocktail in there or something. Oh, not on my trip. Driving, drinking a cocktail. But maybe I'll have a cocktail night when I'm camping, right? Maybe I'll meet somebody and invite them over to my camp and we'll sit at the picnic table and just get pounded. Probably not. But you don't know, right? I am that person who lives by the moment. I'm really, really pleased with everything. Absolutely everything I got. So tomorrow we're going to watch that movie, Everest. I'm going to be cleaning my house for my inspection. And movie, I have a couple of loads of laundry to do. I'll try and get all my stuff done tomorrow, that maybe on Tuesday we can go out for a little while. I've got lots of stuff. There's things that I have and I can't remember, right? Like going through all my video and seeing and being creative and seeing if I can put something cool together with all my footage from all these years, right? But there were a few things. I better write them down so that when I come to the end of my days off, I can check them off as complete and go, oh, and not go, oh, I forgot I was supposed to do that on my days off, which does happen, right? Which does happen. Okay, you guys, let's tie it off in the comments today. I'm going to come in there and see what you guys are all yapping about. You like my dragon, William? Which dragon do you like? My protector dragon? You like that dragon? Close his mouth so he doesn't look so menacing. His name's Fred. My dad's name was Fred. But this is my main. This is my main guy. Yeah, this is my main guy. And then I have my Japanese. I have my Japanese dragons. I have glass dragons. I'm sorted out with the dragons. You missed the dragon story, I think, William. I'm not sure. I think you missed the dragon story. If you want, you can go rewind and you can get back to the beginning of my live and listen to the dragon story because it was pretty cool. And we'll do another live, right? Amazing things, and I'm sure amazing things are going to happen this year, right? But they did say this was my year, right? So I'm excited to see what my year entitles. Okay, you guys, let's call it a night. If you guys want to pop in tomorrow, I will be back tomorrow. When? I don't know. We're going to fit it in. That's what I've been doing, just fitting it in where I can fit it in. And they've been good lives, right? So it hasn't been detrimental, the fact that it's not properly scheduled at the moment, but it will be at some point. I am a work in progress, and so is my brand, right? And we are doing good just the way we are in the moment. Oh, you have these colored pencils? Oh, awesome. Oh, yours has 100. Holy moly. I am going to enjoy my days off. I'm going to start with a good night's sleep tonight. I'm going to make myself some cutlets now. And then I'm going to finish my coffee, finish my drink, maybe take in a couple of lessons. Call it a day for today. right? Because it is the end of my week and I was excited for the end of my week. So when it gets to that point where it's accomplished, there is a little bit of a crash there. So I'm looking forward to my good sleepy tonight, and I will be back at it tomorrow. And if, like I said, if you guys want to come and hang out with me when you see that notification that I'm going live, come in and pop in and keep me company if you would like, right? And if we don't see you till next Sunday, you guys, everybody, have a great week. Okay? Okay, you guys. That's it for tonight.